Imagine losing the one person who built your world from nothing, then watching your family shatter piece by piece while the cameras never stop rolling. This is the hidden story of a man who grew up behind a pawn counter, dreaming of taking the throne, only to face heartbreak that would break most people. He came into the world in the neon glow of Las Vegas, born to a family already knee-deep in the hustle of buying and selling dreams. From the moment he could count change, he was sweeping floors in a tiny shop that started with just a few coins and a whole lot of grit. His grandfather turned that 300-square-foot hole in the wall into a legend, pulling in his son. Then this wide-eyed kid who'd one day be known for his larger-than-life laugh and even bigger heart dot by 9 years old. He was wrapping jewelry, learning which smiles hid lies and which treasures were worth fighting for. The shop exploded sports memorabilia, vintage gems, oddities that made jaws drop. Word spread, and suddenly a TV network knocked on the door. A show was born, turning their daily grind into must-watch drama. Millions tuned in, falling for the banter, the deals, a family that felt real in a city built on illusions, but fame has a shadow. Early on, tensions boiled over. He wanted more skin in the game, a real stake in the empire his blood had built. Threats to walk away hung in the air until a compromise landed, a small percentage, with promises of growth if he proved himself. He did, hiring the goofy best friend who became the show's secret weapon, spotting fakes that could sink them, managing a crew of dozens while outbuying everyone else combined. One mistake haunted him, though. At 19, cocky and sure, he dropped cash on counterfeit watches that nearly cost him everything. Dad would have fired anyone else, he later admitted. That burn taught him to trust his gut, to read rooms like open books. He's turned down million-dollar hauls in silver, live birds. Even human skulls, anything that smelled like trouble. If this story touches your heart, please share it. The shop became his classroom, his battlefield. He clashed with his dad over prices, over power, over what the future should look like. His grandfather mediated, that quiet wisdom holding the line. But time waits for no one. Health crept up like a thief. At his heaviest, over 400 pounds, doctors warned of diabetes closing in. One drive home from a checkup changed everything. He spotted a clinic, slammed on the brakes, and maxed out credit cards for surgery that reshaped his life. The weight melted away 50 pounds in weeks, 100 in a year. He traded junk food for discipline, late nights for dawn workouts. Boxing rounds replaced couch crashes. For the first time in years, he strapped into a snowboard and flew down mountains he'd only dreamed of touching. "I can touch my toes again," he laughed, eyes shining with a kid's wonder. Then came the bike. 40 miles an hour, supplies for his birthday bash in the trunk. A sudden spin out. He leaped clear, bike wrecked, body spared mostly. Surgery pinned his hand with metal, but he walked away counting blessings instead of scars. Suspense hung heavier as the years rolled on. The patriarch, the man who started it all, began fading. Parkinson stole him quietly, then completely. One June morning, the news broke. He was gone at 77. Social media flooded with grief. His son, our guy's dad, posted a tribute that gut-punched the world. A father, a mentor, a friend lost. The shop dimmed. The show paused. Privacy pleas went out, but pain doesn't respect boundaries. Barely catching breath, love crumbled too. A whirlwind marriage in 2017, vows under Vegas lights. A son arrived, tiny and perfect. Yet schedules swallowed closeness. By fall 2018, divorce papers ended it amicable. They insisted, but hearts don't split cleanly. Rumors swirled when photos surfaced. A kiss, a familiar face. Hope flickered, then faded. This wasn't his first rodeo. High school sweethearts had walked the same aisle years earlier, only to part ways too. The hits kept coming. A routine drive home turned nightmare. Cops spotted weaving, smelled trouble. One drink on a flight, he swore 7 hours earlier. Shin infection, uneven pavement, emergency distractions, he fought every charge. Jail cell, blood tests, headlines. DUI stuck. He lawyered up, vowing to battle, but the stain lingered than the darkest blow. January 2024, a brother 39, full of quiet potential found unresponsive in a motel room. Fentanyl and meth, accidental overdose. Childhood photos flooded feeds. 2 boys grinning under Christmas lights. Always my bubba, he posted, voice cracking through text. The family begged for space while the nation mourned a face they barely knew from screens. Whispers followed. Stroke rumors, health scares, collapse. None confirmed. Just noise in the void of real loss, yet here he stands. Still at the counter. Still haggling, laughing, leading. A new season films on the road with Dad and that same goofy sidekick. The shop pulses stronger than ever. He's lost weight, loved ones, illusions, but never regret. This man, forged in pawn dust and camera flashes, carries scars like badges. He's eyed the crown his whole life, and now it's within reach. Through every tragedy, he rises proof that family empires aren't built on gold alone, but on the unbreakable will to keep dealing when the deck's stacked against you. If his resilience moves you, hit like, subscribe, and share this story. Let's remind the world that behind every deal, every laugh, beats a heart that refuses to fold.